Snifter.
It doesn't matter.
Happy Thursday.
It is Happy Thursday.
It's Happy Thursday.
Happy last Thursday of the month.
That is true, isn't it? Wow.
Tends to be April Fool's.
Going by fast. He's like, what?
That's got a little Scotch kick in its throat. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Right in the throat.
Yep.
You get you right here. Right here.
Keith got a new scotch and Jack tried it.
And it's scotchy.
It's called Glen Morangi. I think
It's
that's
like
how you spell it, how you say it.
Yeah.
I swallowed a ball of scotch tapes.
Tastes like
Scotch.
scotch.
It's a 12-year-old.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God, she's not even 18.
Aged in bourbon casks. Smooth, creamy, and luscious with notes of orange, honey, and vanilla and peach. Orange,
No.
definitely.
Read it backwards.
Orange, yes. All that other stuff. No, not so much.
Slow down.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well, tonight's show is brought to you by Christine.
Christine.
Hey.
It was supposed to be me and Christine, but she already had it done by the time I
She's my
reached out to her,
favorite
and I was like,
car.
okay. So thank you, Christine.
All right. Let's do our sponsors before we get into this. Give a shout out
So
to our
why?
sponsor, Project
I do that
Y.
way
No,
too early.
You do it
every
way too
time.
early.
Because
We can.
Because we care.
we like it.
Revolutionizing men's health. So go check them out at projectwhynow.com. They are just waiting on the labels, Tony was saying. I
Oh,
believe
is it?
now, so they're going to
So
have
we
the
can bring
product.
stuff home without labels on it.
Probably, yeah. We'll probably have some product.
Oh.
labels.
Ha,
Could happen.
ha.
You can't do that. The
We could-
FDA will just have kittens.
And then don't forget to check out their podcast,
It's true.
the Ycast. Every other Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
It was good.
Last night we talked about men's sexual health.
And did you know?
Yeah, don't say it on this.
Why not? Well, now I want to know.
It doesn't matter.
Well, it applies
is
to me,
good.
doesn't it?
It is good. It is very informative.
It is very informative.
So did you know that just because you can get an erection doesn't mean that you can make babies?
Is that what you learned
Found
from
it,
the
brother.
Yes, that was hilarious. Okay,
That is a true
there's
statement.
Are there people that don't know that?
I bet there
honey,
are.
there are people that are dumb.
There are people that don't.
So yeah,
I get a boner. How come I can't make babies?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're infertile.
It's
But it's
not
got a
the
boner.
same.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't
got it.
go together.
It's a lady boner.
There's still there's still people that don't think that the urologist has anything to do with it. And
Why
I'm
would
like,
it?
yeah, it's the same.
I'm
hole.
not peeing.
Christine, it's going to be fun. I did not.
I'm super excited. Oh, look at her new picture.
Nice. Look at that.
I love it.
I did not use all the commercials.
What?
but I
'Cause
took a good
800 videos.
We would have never got it all in one show.
We could have too. We can do this as long as we want to, right?
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
So
Well,
what?
if Christine gets too good at it, she might be in charge with a lot of stuff.
So what Christine did is she took the top 10 commercials from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000, which was only one in
The one
2000.
2000.
Nice.
But some
Which
of
is
these,
hilarious.
some of these you might recognize, some of these you might not recognize. But they're definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting to see the evolution of
She
commercials over
said some
time.
of them were hilarious.
Yeah, some of them are pretty damn funny.
Trying to figure out how many of these guys know those songs too already.
You might.
Is it I'd like to buy a world of Coke? Is that the first one?
I'm like,
um,
what?
No, but that's a good one too. This
You
this
are
is a different one.
sneaking
But
ahead.
that was a little bit later on. That one. That
Okay,
was in
just
the
check-
70s.
just
that-
checking.
that
Nintendo did
commercial.
commercials?
They did. Yeah.
Tootsie Pop, Duracell, Wendy's.
So-
Sorry, I'm cheating.
Don't be. Come on now.
I know that Tootsie Pop one's the same one. They never changed it.
No, they
The
don't
best
do
one ever.
They still play that shit.
Yeah,
That's
they do.
amazing.
Because it's
Well,
gangster.
and now Doge got rid of it. We'll never know how many licks it takes.
Right. You never know.
Let's start with the first
Never
one.
know.
Show us the first one.
Here
All right,
you
let's
go.
So this is from
61.
1961.
You know, this was me 5 years ago, and it's still me. As I confess, I'm a waistline watcher from way back. Well, that's enough for today. Now for a lively lift. Ice-cold Coca-Cola. There's no waistline worry with Coke, you know. Actually, this individual-sized bottle has no more calories than half a grapefruit. Another thing, the cold, crisp taste of Coke is so satisfying, it keeps me from eating something else that might really add those pounds. Coke's a natural, wholesome blending of pure food flavors. I guess that's why everyone likes the refreshing new feeling you get, only from not-too-sweet Coca-Cola. And no wonder. Lively, lifty Coca-Cola provides a welcome bit of quick energy between meals. Makes for a pleasant pause in a busy day. Oh, and remember, Coke is low in calories, too. Say, now, don't you get any thinner.
Suck it.
Coke is lower in calories. That's because they actually had cocaine in it back then.
So I did forget to say that this is audience participation tonight, and I picked 3 or 4 from each decade, and you guys get to vote on your favorite one.
Well, don't we have the list of all the other ones or no?
We do. So
what's really crazy about commercials like that is watching it, knowing that it was in 1961 and all the shit we know now about that company and the world.
Coca-Cola is a low-calorie choice.
Well, and it keeps you from eating like a fat ass because you know that you would just be snacking like crazy if you didn't have that bottle of Coke. It's like, I can do this instead of eating that roast beef because I don't want to get fat.
That roast beef
that
is
used to be me.
Better for you, honey.
So I was an armless mannequin.
So that was 1961. 1960 was a Coppertone Quick Tan commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I didn't put on here because it wasn't. No. It was nothing.
Was it
special?
The one? It wasn't Drew Barrymore.
No, definitely wasn't. So 62 is, I think, is our next one.
Who walks the stair without a care and shoots so high in the sky? Bounce up and down just like a clown. Everyone knows it's Slinky, the best present yet to give or get. The kids will all want to try. The hit of the day when you're ready to play. Everyone knows it's Slinky. It's Slinky, it's Slinky. For fun is the best of the toys. It's Slinky, the favorite of girls and boys.
And look at these. Here are some more wonderful Slinky toys. Here is a Slinky hippo.
And here is a Slinky elephant.
And here is a Slinky caterpillar. A Slinky toy will run and play all day. A Slinky toy, my favorite toy, you'll say. There is a Slinky toy for every girl and boy.
Right? Is that insane? That was the best part. $2.
And then Dad's just losing his mind. $2 for a fucking coil is bullshit.
And that was probably for like the dog one. That was
that was the high end stuff. Like it's a turtle.
You had the elephant. I knew, like I'd seen them. I never had one, but like I had friends who had them.
I wonder if it'd be worth it if you could find that shit today, because they all broke, right?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, because they were cheap stuff. But the thing is the way that they hold their value is always so lame. Like the whole package toy thing. It's so funny. It's like, why would I want it in the package?
Right.
I want to open it. I want to play with it.
And who has the foresight when you're 2?
Yeah.
What kind of a loser are you?
Right?
Well, and the parents are like, I'm going to buy you this one to play with, and then we're going to put this one up on the shelf for later.
Nobody does that.
Well, it was Star Wars' fault.
Yep, it was truly
because of how collectible Kenner became. It made everybody think this is the next thing. It won't happen again. It can't happen again. It was an accident.
He has some splaining to do.
Got attacked by a vacuum cleaner.
No, it's naked.
Do you still have a Floby?
Sucked it all off. So 1963 had the Green Giant commercial. 1964 was the Charmin commercial.
Really?
65 was a Pizza Hut commercial.
I don't know that one.
Which was really weird. It was a really weird commercial.
Pizza in 65, huh?
66 was Mountain Dew.
Oh, you didn't do the Mountain Dew one?
No, I didn't.
Christine said that it was hilarious.
And it was all right.
You don't like Mountain Dew. You're judgmental.
Nectar of the Tards.
And then 67 was Twist and Turn Barbie.
Yeah.
And then this is 68.
Twist and Turn Barbie. That's awesome.
Mr. Cow.
Yes?
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I don't know. I always end up biting. Ask Mr. Fox, for he's much cleverer than I.
Mr. Fox, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Why don't you ask Mr. Turtle, for he's been around a lot longer than I. Me, I bite.
Mr. Turtle, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Owl, for he is the wisest of us all.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
A good question. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
If there's anything I can't stand, it's a smart owl.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know.
Never know.
Pretty iconic commercial, right?
It's pretty, like, it's been exactly the same. Like, they just got rid of the beginning
Who
part.
the fuck licks a lot? Like, you suck on them. At some point, you suck.
Right.
No, you suck on them, but even then, do you make it all the way to the inside? You don't French it?
No, not till the caramel's there. But it's not the same as licking. I mean, how many licks does it take? thousands.
Right.
Well, yeah, but like you don't just crunch on it like halfway.
No. I have terrible teeth.
Wow, Slinky's been around since 45. Interesting.
It came with the nuclear weapons. We have the bombs
Probably.
and the slinkies.
The Slinky.
We make all of the cool toys for the kids. Everyone out of the pool.
It's a pretty clever marketing thing, though, with the Tootsie Pops, right? If you think about it, because every kid wants to buy one. You know,
No,
I
wanna
want
know.
to see how many licks it takes. You know?
Nobody will
They're
do it
never gonna
because
make it.
they don't have the time. They're gonna drop it or
No.
lose it or get
Oh,
stolen.
yeah. Somebody's hair. You know.
Older brothers are gonna steal it. Give me that jaguar.
So 1969 was a Listerine commercial, which wasn't that,
Listerine,
it was okay.
Listerine.
It wasn't that.
Oh, it's
wasn't
Listerine
that good.
mouthwash.
So 1970, and I remember this commercial because they still played it into the 70s.
Let's see it.
But it's a little creepy.
It is.
It's a little creepy. So here's
It's peaceful and quiet. A place where animals play. It's called a forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match or cigarette and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
Of course not, because you're brown. And you're a bear.
Is
That
that
was
just,
terrifying.
is that not just creepy?
It was creepy. It
Her
wasn't as
face like melted.
It was a similar. There was a similar Gap commercial years ago.
Was it really?
You ever
That's
see that one where the
terrifying.
hot chick's all dancing all crazy and stuff, and then she rips her shirt open? It's a dude.
No.
Oh yeah, I
awful.
remember that
I
one.
don't-
We were like 22 years old, and we're like, oh yeah. Oh God, no! No!
Play that again, Joey. 'cause
That's
just creepy.
A place that's peaceful and quiet. A place where animals play. It's called a forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match or cigarette and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
Listen to her.
Right.
You're kind of assuming that I was listening
Yeah,
to her.
that's
Just because I was
true.
staring and drooling doesn't mean I was paying attention. The message shouldn't get through.
And poof.
But
Fire.
honestly, poof. Honestly, I'm not sure which one of them would be more cuddly.
Yeah. Arthur, I agree. That was way creepy. It's just really
Yeah.
weird.
Why? Just because she's a woman? Is that what it is?
No,
No,
just
it's
the whole
like her-
ripping off the face.
Well,
and
and
everything.
like you zoom in on her, and she's trying to be all
Well-
sexy, and she's not already at the beginning. Like
And honestly,
she is creepy.
Smokey Bear was that iteration of Smokey Bear that was a
That
little
was creepy, yeah.
odd.
He was
Just a little
pretty creepy
puppet
already.
people-y and
When
just-
he became more cartoonish, it was better. I
yeah,
think,
for whatever
you know.
reason, he was more acceptable as a cartoonish.
Yeah.
But
But
back
that was-
then, that's all you had. You didn't really have.
They
those
could do cartoons. They were trying to do the whole sort of what do you call it?
Animatronics
anamorphic,
thing. Yeah,
sort of like human.
he
animals
reminds me
thing.
of
Ugh.
Teddy Ruxpin. That's what he looks like.
The cartoon version or that version?
That version.
I don't know about that. It's
Stokes
Not really.
terrifying.
all right. So 1971 was the Coca-Cola commercial that you were talking about by the World Code.
Like the
Alcohol.
Yep.
I like the one that's like Coke keeps me skinny.
Mikey. Yeah.
So,
Coke does nothing.
so 72 is one you guys will definitely recognize.
Hey, Mikey.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not going to try it. You try it. I'm not going to try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
When you bring life home, don't tell the kids it's one of those nutritional cereals you've been trying to get them to eat. You're the only one who has to know.
Here's the most
Mikey
confusing
likes
thing about
it.
that fucking commercial to me. You try it. No, you try it. We'll give it to him. He won't try it. Well, what do you fucking do? So you know, like, he likes it. We're either stupid or he is. I've never understood the draw of that commercial other than I don't want to try it. You don't want to try it. Make the kid who doesn't try anything try it.
Right.
And then he eats it. So he's either contrarian or you guys are stupid or a little bit of both. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It is a classic commercial. And that guy was able to ride that shit for most of his life, I think.
Definitely.
Life cereal was delicious.
Do I have anything else from the 70s in there, Joey? So 73.
We go all the way to 83. Wow, you skipped a bunch.
Yeah, you skipped my whole childhood.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, my teenage years anyway.
So there was
So it was 73.
73 was Oscar Mayer. Everybody knows that.
It's going to be out of you know.
Meow Mix.
Have you
73.
seen? Have you ever seen the Oscar Wiener truck?
Yeah.
I saw it on the highway one time.
Did you ever get to go inside of it?
No.
I drove the motherfucker for a year.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
With the random shit you've done, Jack, I would 100% believe that and be like, probably.
I have one in my backyard.
He's like, yeah, I was in charge of Arizona. We just drove around.
75 was Hawaiian Punch.
Oh.
76 was Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah.
And actually, Joey, I did want to do 77. I don't know why I didn't make it in there, but it was Xerox.
Ah. Oh, that's right.
Fizz, fizz.
I
Oh,
forgot.
what it
I forgot
really
that's what he used.
It was the one with the monks.
Ah.
I forgot that.
And then, see, I must have missed putting a few in here because I meant to do
Unless
78.
they're not. No, they're all in order. So you missed all those.
Yeah, I forgot to upload them, I guess.
Nice work.
So 78 was Tricks. 79 was Taco Bell, which was a terrible commercial.
Oh,
Was it?
Oh,
Oh,
horrible
man.
commercial. So just out of curiosity, out of the ones we watched so far, which ones did you guys pick as your favorite?
Slinky.
I'm curious.
I mean, the Coca-Cola one is hilarious. Like Jack said, if we only knew what we knew then.
All right.
Like,
It gives me a lift. I feel better.
I got a boost, and it's low
This
in
empty
sugar.
stare in my eyes means
I
I'm in
watched it.
love.
That usually helps.
It's huge when you watch it. And I cut like 8 inches off of it.
Oh, so get the healthy split ends now. Nice healthy ends.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a part 2 to this show.
Okay. Why?
Well, considering you missed
Because
half
I
of the
missed
commercial.
a bunch. I don't
Yeah.
know why these 70s one didn't upload, but that's kind of disappointing.
I know.
Well, you know.
So you said I went to 82.
83.
So 8, really?
Yes.
Yeah, Duras.
I
So
fucked
Taco
Is this
Bell
is this the creepy
70
family?
79 was
So
Taco Bell.
80 was Coleco Head. Coleco head-to-head electronic baseball game, which was kind of corny.
I had Coleco.
I've never even
81
heard of
was
it. What
FedEx.
is that?
It's a little handheld video game.
Oh, the handheld base, the little
Yeah,
one, not the
little-
Coleco version.
No, it was the handheld version of it.
That wasn't as fun.
81 was FedEx. 82 is McDonald's,
And then we got 83.
and then we come to 83.
82
is
is
this the
McDonald's.
creepy
You
Duracell
missed
people?
McDonald's for my year.
Is this the battery
Rude.
people? Hey, Jojo.
I'm trying.
Okay, my bad.
Duracell batteries can make fun times last a lot longer. If you put Duracell batteries into one toy and ordinary carbon batteries into all the others, you'd find that after just a few hours of continuous use, the ordinary batteries give up. But Duracell batteries keep going. In fact, depending on the toy, Duracell can last 2, 3, up to 6 times longer. Duracell. The copper top battery. No ordinary battery looks like it. No ordinary battery lasts like it.
So my question is, when did the pink bunny go from Duracell to Energizer?
Well, here's a real funny part about it. You know why the rabbit is the toy they use, right?
No.
Somebody in our audience knows why the rabbit is the toy they use.
Christine.
Because that's, first off, that rabbit, the drum playing rabbit's not a thing. It wasn't a thing except for the battery commercial. But there was a toy that was a rabbit that you wanted longer lasting batteries.
So it wasn't an actual bunny.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
With continuous use, it lasts a lot longer.
Gotcha.
How long?
So
do you
after
need
you've
it
had
to
a
go
Coke,
for? Yeah, after you had your Coke,
get your Duracell batteries and your
and you
rabbit
had
and
your
go to
energy-
town.
Your energy burst. Because it's a nice low calorie energy burst.
All right, so
That's because there was real Coke in those back.
84 was a commercial I think we probably all remember.
Should be.
It certainly is a big bun. It's a very big bun. Big fluffy bun. It's a very big fluffy bun.
Where's the beef? Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun. Where's the beef? At Wendy's, we serve a hamburger we modestly call a single. And Wendy's single has more beef than the Whopper or Big Mac. At Wendy's, you get more beef and less bun. Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody back there. You want something better. You're Wendy's kind of people.
My grandma.
I've never seen that commercial. That is the best.
You're kidding, right? You've never
No!
seen that? Oh, that always used to be
That
My-
is the
my grandmother-
cutest thing
My
ever.
grandmother used to say that all the time.
Mine did
Where's the
too.
beef?
Mine would always
It was their
laugh
favorite
at
thing.
that
Where's the
commercial.
beef?
Where's
the beef?
That is adorable.
Because they all had a friend that was that lady. All our grandmothers had a friend that was that lady.
Oh,
Where's the beef?
That is so cute.
It was a whole campaign. There were multiple commercials with the Where's the Beef lady.
It was on T-shirts. That's right. That was a classic. That was definitely a classic commercial.
I never saw that.
That's funny as hell,
That's hilarious.
She's so cute.
right?
Weird how the little old lady's cute.
I know.
She's adorable.
There's a bunch so fluffy and big.
It's such a
Where's the
big
beef?
bun. Where's the
Where's the
beef?
beef?
I don't think anybody's back there.
I don't think anybody's back there.
All right, 1985.
What's it like to play the Nintendo Entertainment System? Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power.
Who's the little robot guy?
Did they really have a robot?
Oh, they had the robot, but the class warfare. If you knew anybody who had the robot, you were rich.
Yeah. So the dude I worked for back then
had one.
Well, he bought one for his kid
It's the
for
dumbest
his
toy.
birthday, and I had to put it together.
Wasn't it the dumbest toy?
Yeah.
What?
It only worked like on 1 or 2 games. It was stupid.
What does he do?
He drops a little spinning top on top of a plunger to open fucking
A door
it's
or
dumb.
something.
It-
What?
It was one of those things where like we can make optical things interact with the games.
Oh.
So like the gun, they
Yeah,
were
we have the
able to
gun.
get your. Keep in mind what that is. How when you think about what that actually is, these are not touch screens. These are fucking
No.
tube television
Right,
sets,
right.
and it worked. It shot a light beam into
Yep.
that tube, and it was able to see what you shot at.
Where you were
That's
shooting at.
really pretty fucking cool, considering
Crazy.
where they were technology wise. Then the glove. Do you remember the glove?
Oh yeah, I do
Nobody
remember
owned the
that.
glove.
I
but
do remember. I didn't
the
have
glove.
it.
No,
but I
because it was
remember
another one of those things. It was like it was way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
They didn't have nearly enough games for it,
Yep.
but they could make it where you could virtually grab shit, and it was stupid. But
How did you do that back then?
that's the thing that's crazy about it is there were no whatever
did it-
the
like, it
sensors that the
didn't
Xbox
see
used.
you?
No, it
Yeah.
didn't see you. It was
You
all
literally went in that glove.
it
So how
had
did it
enough
know what you
wires
were?
and sensors in it that
Yeah.
it could tell what you were doing. So
That's
it was
cool.
it is really archaic
Crazy.
technology, but pretty friggin' groundbreaking.
For that,
things, but
yeah.
it still wasn't fun.
Honestly, I think they revolutionized video gaming.
100%. They just
yeah.
they, it
Nintendo
just still wasn't that fun. It wasn't fun yet. I mean, it was like, oh, cool, I have that. And you're like, great.
Oh,
You
I
played
love
on the
Nintendo.
man.
I love Nintendo, but I'm saying all the extra shit they
Oh,
were doing.
yeah, yeah.
The
I
glove
never
was
had
stupid.
I'm
The
good
robot was every
I'm
single
good
one of
with
those.
just
I had
Mario
two
Brothers.
rich friends,
Let me be.
and they both had those things, and they
Yeah.
were just garbage. They
No,
weren't-
I had 2
Let
controllers
me
and
be
the gun.
Mario Brothers. Yeah.
the
'Cause
gun
I think
was
that's
cool.
what came with the system. 2
Yeah, you
controllers
get
and
the
a gun.
Duck Hunt pack.
Yeah, yeah.
Mario Brothers and the Duck Hunt with it.
We have 2 controllers in the gun downstairs.
And it was like 100.
Christine, if you want to have the dog laugh at you,
What was the original price? Wasn't it like $150 or something for
I don't even
Nintendo?
remember. I couldn't even tell you.
It wasn't
that was
expensive.
a lot back then.
Yeah, I remember
back then it was a lot.
the
yeah.
dog. I just remember sitting there swearing at that thing all the time. My mom was like, "If it's making you that angry, turn it off." I'm like, "No, make me angry."
Fine.
Fucking piece of shit, cheating piece of shit. Oh, just yeah, Mario Brothers.
So you said you never saw a Nintendo commercial, right?
I don't remember one,
Yeah.
but I'd see in that thing. I'm like, oh, I remember that stupid.
Now you're
robot.
playing with power was their tagline for years. I mean,
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Didn't even know
Now
that.
you're playing with
now you're
power?
playing with power. Yeah. That was their tagline for a long
I didn't
time.
watch TV that much.
All right,
I'm seeing that now.
1986. I'm sure you guys are going to remember this one.
California raisins from the California vineyards.
Don't you know that I heard it through the grapevine?
Sounds better than what I got.
You didn't remember that at first.
I didn't remember that at first. I don't remember the guys. I remember them singing.
What's interesting is, could you imagine trying to make that a commercial or a campaign now?
Oh no, you can
Just
no.
Try to make it.
slightly racist.
It's like yeah, there's no.
So now, what are
Just a
these?
little bit.
Oh, they're doing Aretha Franklin songs. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Raisins.
Black raisins.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a book.
Oh,
that
the
might-
amount of people that would just lose it.
Well, because it is. I mean, it is. It's definitely not used as a term of endearment anymore. But the California Raisin Christmas special, claymation special, was fantastic. I don't know if you ever saw it. Yeah,
I saw
great. The Camels was great. I love that. Some of the best like songs, like remixes of Christmas music ever was in that. And it's hard to find. It's hard to find that whole special, but it was
Yeah,
really
you
good.
probably have to find it in like a.
You might be able to get it on DVD or VHS somewhere, but I've not been able to find it like in its
Via
entirety.
Records,
anywhere.
maybe.
That's what I was thinking. Like Zia Records.
Yeah,
might have
probably
it or
so, something like that. But
Shoved back
it
in
was
the
such a
corner
good. It
somewhere.
was such a good production. Like it was all claymation, stop motion, and it was a bunch of great songs, like
Oh, that's
Christmas
cool.
carols, and they were updated ones.
Oh, that's cool.
Like I remember the Camels one was so good.
What do we watch? We watched Emmett Otter's was it Wash Tub or Jug Christmas
Jug
special,
Band,
Jug
the
Band,
Christmas Jug
special.
Band.
You ever see that?
I don't think
that
I've
was
heard
really
of it.
cool. That was
Oh,
a
it
cool
was really
special.
Is it really an otter?
Some Otter's Christmas Jug Band.
Emmett Otter wasn't or something. I don't know.
Something
We watched
like
it. We
that.
watched
It's
this past year
super
just for fun.
cute.
It was cool.
But it's that same claymation thing.
I
where
love
it's
I love
like-
claymation
yeah.
stuff. The amount of effort it takes to do that stuff is always just
Mhm.
I think it's lost on people today.
Yeah.
Like
Because it takes time.
it takes an immense amount
You
of
have
time.
86 to 93.
So much time.
Okay, thank you.
You have to do 87.
So 87 was Heinz ketchup. It was the kid at the bar that was holding the ketchup bottle forever.
Like,
okay. A Nike commercial wasn't crazy. That was like one of the first Nike commercials. And then the Energizer commercial was after that, which is again with the bunny, the pink bunny.
First it keeps going.
So how did
going.
the pink bunny get over there? Like, did they just make the bunny better and took him?
I just told you what the bunny was.
Well, no, I know, but like
It keeps going.
They did a different rendition.
a rendition of it.
Rendition of the bunny. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. They stole the idea from Doris.
It did. It said, hey, here's a double entendre for you.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
So 1990 was the Mousetrap game.
Oh, I have the mousetrap game.
Do ya?
It's so much fun.
1991 was a Pepsi commercial. It was kind of a different Pepsi commercial.
The one where Michael sucks a kid out of the bottle?
No. That was wasn't that later? I think that was later.
It was.
What?
Yeah.
What happened? No, you have to tell me about that. A kid gets sucked out of the bottle?
No.
What?
Goes into the bottle.
I
There's a Pepsi commercial with
a kid.
goes into the
Does he
bottle.
jump in the bottle? Or does he
Something
get,
like something like
sucked
that.
into the bottle?
That was something.
That was the running joke.
The joke was there's one where Michael sucks him out of the bottle.
1992 was the Michael Jordan Wheaties commercial. It was super short.
Wheaties.
And the
Because I said
93.
so.
And this one made me laugh. I like this one.
And that was the Vienna Wood Dance in D, one of my all-time favorites. And now let's make that random call with today's $10,000 question. It's a tough one. Who shot Alexander Hamilton in that famous duel? All right, let's go to the phones and see who's out there.
Hello?
Hello, for $10,000, who shot... Excuse me? I'm afraid your time is almost up. I'm sorry, maybe next time.
Got milk?
I remember that one.
I don't remember that one. But
I
it was
do.
funny.
That's funny. I remember.
Bullet under glass and everything. He's like the world's fanatic. That's awesome.
That made me laugh. That was funny.
Sad too.
All right. So out of the do we still have one more in the night? Hold on. I don't want to go too far.
Don't go too far.
So from the 80s, which ones did you guys like?
Where's the beef?
The Wendy's
beef.
commercial?
Yeah, Where's the Beef's my favorite.
The beef.
Where's the
Where's the beef? I don't think anybody's back there. Everybody had a grandma like that or knew of a grandma's friend that was like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What'd you guys think of the audience? Which one did you like from the 80s? Everybody's going to say Wendy's probably.
Because it was the best
Where's
one.
the beef?
I mean, the other ones were okay. But as far as like
Dad
a good
says the
commercial,
raisins. The raisins are cute.
the raisins were cute, but it wasn't that great of a commercial.
No.
I mean, it was for the claymation factor, but
Yes.
I guess
And like funny
the raisins,
haha commercial.
the stuff the raisins did in their other shows was so much better than their commercials. Because otherwise, it's like there's raisins dancing in your lunchbox.
I can't believe that they actually had like a show.
They had a few specials. They did a few. The California raisins were a thing. You get they had little toys. They had all that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they were big.
Well, they had merch like a motherfucker for years. Yeah, the California
It's a
raisins were.
snack.
That's what's unbelievable about it. The California raisins. Okay, as that the claymation toy merchandising monster. I don't know how connected they were to actual boxes of California raisins. I mean, it was an ad campaign initially, but
And then
somewhere
they
along
just-
the line, it
somebody
took on
ran
its own
with it.
thing. I'm pretty sure they had a cartoon show.
Yeah, that's
So
what
it's
I
like-
remember.
It's like that's insane, but I don't know if that was directly controlled or had anything
By
to do
them,
with
the
the
raisins
California Raisin
themselves.
Company because I just don't. I think it'd be property owned by the advertising agency.
Probably. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how.
Or
it
did
works.
it once it got so big.
When was the last time you saw
were
a box of California raisins?
Oh, they probably took them off because they were racist, I'm sure.
Oh, well,
Just
they
like-
weren't, the California raisins weren't on the box. They were never involved with the packaging of actual California raisins.
No?
California raisins were a little red box with a little yellow sunburst with a
Said
chick
the
on it.
raisins, yeah.
There was a chick on it picking grapes.
It was sun.
Oh,
it was-
yeah.
I thought it was Sun-Made. Wasn't it called
No,
Sun-Made?
Sun-Kissed was the other
No, it was
guys.
Sun-Made. Sun-Made raisins. I thought it was the red box.
Oh, it might be. I don't remember. I thought they were California raisins. I don't remember the raisins, the cartoon characters ever
I
being
remember the
on
red-
a product.
No, they
Yeah.
weren't. They weren't on the product.
They were just an
but-
ad
I remember
campaign
the red box of
for
raisins.
California
That was
raisins.
Sun-Made.
I remember
was
the
the
red
brand.
box
So what
of
the fuck
raisins.
was California raisins?
I don't know. I don't know what the difference
Weren't
was.
some made from California?
Maybe they were. Maybe that's what
I
they
think that's what it is they're all from California.
So
Is
it's
that
just
what
it was
Okay.
it probably was a growers union that was
Yeah.
that was doing the ad campaign,
That's
like the
crazy.
avocado growers of
Yeah.
South Pacific America or whatever the hell it is.
South Pacific America.
Mexico, we got a car full of avocados and drugs. Yum.
That was another commercial too. The Grey Poupon commercial.
Pardon me.
Do you have any
Grey
Grey
Poupon.
That didn't make the list, surprisingly.
And Wayne's World ruined it.
Maybe it's newer. Maybe
Fill
it's,
out my keys.
No,
there was an
that
80s commercial. It was easily an
Was
80s
it?
commercial, Yeah.
Pardon me. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
All right, so let's do.
Oh, we got 95 still.
94 was interesting.
Okay.
I don't ever remember this commercial, but it was pretty funny.
So they're not claiming it'll stand up to that jumping, I assume.
I would hope not.
That was a sled bed. There was no box spring on there.
Two questions.
Go
That
ahead.
was a great name.
Yeah.
Second question.
That's not a question.
No. Statement. $249 for two beds, like that's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Like that's expensive for 95.
I don't know. For two beds?
Was
I
it
don't
for
know if
two
that's
beds or for one bed? It was $295 for a twin bed.
Oh, maybe it was
That's
for
kind of
one.
expensive.
I don't know.
For 95?
For IKEA.
Play it again, Joey.
For IKEA?
Just period in general, down one. Oh, that isn't.
That's just
Right?
for the frame, it said too. Interesting.
Like that's expensive.
Oh, it says
$600
it
for
said
that
they were bunk beds though.
bunk frame.
Bunk frame. So they were stackable.
But still, $600 for that first thing?
I don't know.
I've
That's
never bought.
expensive.
I bought new furniture once in my 20s. An apartment of my own. I bought what was that place called? Copenhagen. I bought a platform bed from Copenhagen, and I bought the black, round shaped metal frames with the glass tops.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
a single guy, I have a cool apartment. I trashed all that shit. I don't know how much that stuff cost, but I've never bought new furniture because I've walked by furniture stores and I'm astounded at the prices on new furniture.
It's
I'm like,
crazy.
who buys this shit?
Yeah.
Well, like, is $250 a lot for a bed? Doesn't sound like a lot to me, but I don't know what a lot
For a
is. 'cause,
twin bed? That seems like a lot.
dude, bedroom sets
Especially in
$8,000.
Oh, yeah.
In 1995 though?
Yeah, my bed, the bed we have now, that was $1,000 just for the frame.
But that's a king bed.
No, I know, I get that, but
I don't
still
give a shit.
Like a
pieces of
twin
wood.
bed? That's
It's still-
expensive.
Furniture's free.
That's true. Well, we got a lot of good stuff for free.
We did.
So I'm saying, go yard sales and shit. Like people
Oh, I
always
just want-
giving away.
Oh,
good
honey,
stuff.
you got to know when
Good
junk
quality
day is
shit.
in your
I mean,
neighborhood.
well, yeah, we call it Mexican Christmas, but that's
Oh yeah, we got those. Well, that really nice granite dresser thing.
Yeah.
That's downstairs by the
We're
door.
throwing that whole set away across the street.
Somebody was throwing it
I'm like,
away across the
all the
street.
time.
Spray painted
all
it.
the time.
Beautiful.
There's nothing wrong with it.
The two really nice. Well, I think I got those because that was the ex-husband's and she was throwing it away. the two
Probably.
really nice stands in the guest room that had like the inlet with the gold and all that pretty stuff on it. Really oak wood, super heavy. Were covered in drywall, and she had them outside your old houses in the street. And I went up because they were nice, and they're sitting in the street. And I was like, can I have those? Do you want me to pay you for them? She was like, no, have them. She was like, they were my exes. I don't care. And I was like, okay, boo boo, I would sell those because those are nice.
Nice.
I'll take it. Thanks.
So some people you can do that. Are you throwing those away? But why? What do you want to give for them?
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
Shoot, I'll give you 50
What do
bucks.
you think
They
they're
were
worth?
nice.
Nothing.
So,
No, we're not throwing them away.
no, I was just kidding. I just moved them out there. They needed air, some sunshine.
That's why.
$250. $600 for a TV stand.
What did Christine say? I can't read that.
It's for the
that's what I
bunk
thought.
bed
It was for the
frames.
bunk bed frames,
Okay.
yeah.
That's a little bit better.
It is.
That's why few people bought from IKEA back then. I don't like IKEA. I think it's
I know
cheap.
it's cheap furniture. I don't like IKEA either. It's
I
cheap.
mean, if I'm doing a dorm or something and I know it's going to get trashed, sure, why not?
stuff
But
like
it's
that,
cheap
possibly,
furniture.
Well, it's not bad if you're going to just put it someplace and never move it.
Well, then
Exactly.
you have to assemble
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't
well,
mind-
even if
I don't
you
mind
assemble
assembling
it, like
it.
you
Yeah.
can't ever move it. Like
Yeah,
it has to
that's
go wherever
the
it's
real,
going to stay.
The real test quality of furniture is if you can move it from one room to another more than once and it
Yeah.
still stays sturdy. That's good
It's
furniture.
good to go. Yep.
Well, that's why that stupid entertainment center I bought from Walmart, the one I had before we had this
Oh,
one.
that thing moved like 4 times.
It
I
moved
couldn't
4
believe
times, and I paid like $150 for it.
I know. I couldn't
That's
believe it. We
unreal.
saw the
It
table.
was great. Yeah.
That's rare.
Super shocked by it.
Yep. All right. 95.
What do we have next?
See, I graduated.
Bud. Bud. Wines. Bud. Bud. Wines. Bud. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines.
We're so stupid.
You got to admit, Bud had some of the best commercials.
It's a
over the
fantastic
years.
marketing scheme.
It really, until they went woke. But, you know, that's
only recently.
I don't remember that
But they
one
had the
once,
Clydesdales. They were always good.
Oh, the Clydesdales ones are great.
Oh,
They had, and for the longest time, they had the best Super Bowl commercials too.
Oh, always.
Those are the Clydesdale ones. You're like, let's go kill some terrorists.
The best one, was the 9/11 one. That was one of the
yes.
best commercials. That was really good. with
Absolutely. And that was football right after 9/11, right?
Yeah. That was a great commercial. Very, very touching commercial. So, all right. So what do we have? 96.
97, 98.
96 was Pringles. It was your typical Pringles commercial. 97 was a Nike commercial again. 98 was a Taco Bell commercial.
Wow, Taco Bell and Nike have made it twice.
Yeah, they did. But they weren't great commercials. They weren't anything that was
Well, it's
memorable.
Taco Bell and
really,
Nike.
You know.
Top 10, huh?
So yeah,
what do
exactly.
you
That's
expect?
what kind of surprised me. So 99, I was a little bit disappointed, but yet surprised because I'm used to. So it's a Dunkin' Donuts commercial, and I'm used to the guy
Time to make the
time
donuts.
to make the donuts. You know, that kind of commercial. That's not what this commercial was, but it's pretty damn funny. So
Here we go.
roll it.
Good morning. How do you feel?
Sore.
Oh, you poor thing. Here, I brought you breakfast.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Why don't you eat up? Well, I get your sponge bath ready. Looks like your sedatives run out.
What was that?
I said your sedatives run out. Now, about that sponge bath.
Nothing says morning like Dunkin' Donuts.
Now, when you buy any delicious Dunkin' Donuts combo, we'll make your medium coffee a large at no extra charge.
Oh my God, that's the best. Oh, looks like you're setting up.
I had never seen that commercial before.
I had none either.
Me either. That's the best. So, funny story.
Okay.
My uncle, so I was all of 10, 12 before I was teens. He worked at Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
He was the guy who got up in the morning and started
the
the donuts. So he let me go when I was that age, and we went with him. Me and my mom went there, and we helped him make donuts at like 3 a.m.
Really?
It was so cool.
That's pretty busy.
Yeah, like you literally had to like pull the lever for them to spurt out the donut. So you'd plunk them in, psh, 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 and then it'd put them in the oil, and then he'd flip them and flip it over. And so I got to pull it. It was so cool.
I refuse to let you know how jealous I am.
It was awesome.
That's neat.
So I got to make Dunkin' Donuts when like they actually made Dunkin' Donuts,
Right,
and it
bitch.
wasn't like.
I think they still make them today, don't they? Or they
No,
have
it's
them-
all shipped from another.
Is it all
Like
shipped
they
in
don't
now?
make them
At the
in the
location,
store
yeah.
like they used to.
A lot of
They're
people
all
don't.
shipped
That's
in.
sad. Makes me
Krispy
sad.
Kreme's the only one that does.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
like
Krispy Kreme is the one
he
that
was
does.
he was the one who came in early, and then everybody would come in and they would frost them and do all the other stuff. But like he got there at 3, and he'd have everything, most of the donuts, because they still cooked more if they needed more, but most of them done by then.
But Krispy Kreme is pretty brilliant with their marketing scheme, though, right? Because you go to their store and you actually watch the donuts.
What's funny is
coming
that
off
there's
the
no
conveyor.
they don't even do marketing. It's like they've got a name that's popular from
Yeah, it's
back
just-
Midwest or wherever the hell they're from.
Wherever it came from, but
And
man,
I remember
when they
what a
hit
rage
here,
it was. And people's lines in the fucking mornings at the Krispy Kremes on the weekends.
Insane.
I was
Oh.
like, God, if I was homeless, I would just hang out
stand
here.
outside there. Like
Yeah. Free
it
donuts.
was
The
crazy.
free
Like
samples were amazing.
truly, when they opened one when I was at Thunderbird Hospital, they opened one up the road, and I swear to God, we had everybody would come in with a.
Yeah, they just lost their minds
I
about
just
it.
don't
dozen of
like how
donuts.
sweet they're way too
They're
sweet.
so sugary.
didn't
I
bother me
can't
at
do
all.
them.
Yeah, well,
Oh, Jack was like,
you're a sugar fiend.
I'm a
so, you
full-on
know.
sugar fiend. Yeah.
Jack was like, these are great.
But that's what I love about when I lived back in New York. The bagel stores were always the best because you'd walk in the morning, the line be out the fucking door.
They don't have
right?
donuts though.
And some of them made donuts. Not all of them made donuts.
Because they're
But
bagel people.
But they're literally
bagel people.
they're making the bagels in front of you, right? You know it's not shipped in, it's not frozen, it's all fresh. Everything they're doing is fresh. And it was
There's something about
So
that
you're
New
telling
York,
me
that
we're
whole
opening
New
a bagel
York
shop?
deli air that
Yeah.
just makes you want to punch people in the face. I don't know what that is, but like it just seems so pretentious and shit. And not that I'm not a snob on my own, but I was just people like bagels. Fuck off. Like fresh baked bagels. Who cares?
It's a difference.
I'm sure that it is. I'm sure that it is. But like, yeah, the lines for bagels again.
Oh, it used to be crazy.
Oh,
So
I feel like
so-
there's a lot of New York things that are that way.
So
but I've
Jack,
never
I'm going to
lived in
tell
a big
you
city.
because I went to New York and I had the New York bagels.
They're great. Well, the difference between like a regular bagel or a bag bagel or like an egg bagel.
Oh no, like a bag bagel, absolutely, because you can tell that it's been processed and aired and
But
whatever.
like an everything
But if-
bagel is great. I like an everything
Oh.
bagel out of the bag. I can handle
Absolutely.
that. It's great. Just a little
got
butter,
all the stuff on
butter
it.
and lightly toasted tits, but it's not an egg bagel.
No, but
Not
I've
even close.
never had
I like
a
egg
bagel sandwich until I went to New York.
I don't have the teeth for a bagel sandwich, but
Like because we didn't grow up with that. Like you don't put eggs on a bagel and
breakfast sandwich, you
bacon
mean?
and like you
they're
didn't
not,
do
they're
that.
They're not conducive to a sandwich. They're not.
It's not.
They're not
Yeah.
soft enough. I mean, in my opinion, like I
No,
don't.
those ones when you go there, they are
Yeah, they're different
super
bagels. They're not
soft.
super
They are
tough.
not.
Every bagel I've ever had has a rind on it.
No,
So-
it's not.
No,
it's
they're
not
New York
thick
bagels are not
like that
No.
because it's made right there, so it doesn't have that thickness. It is very chewy. It's
Isn't it
like
the
a
same fucking
it's
thing?
like a bread.
Now, if you let it sit out for a week or a couple
then
days,
it-
it gets
then it
hard on the
changes.
outside. But no,
Right.
they're
But
super
they
soft
put
when they come out.
ketchup on it.
Oh yeah, I love ketchup.
That's
Oh,
just weird.
love ketchup on it.
You don't put ketchup.
On
You don't
eggs?
put ketchup on eggs.
Sure you do.
I
No, you
I-
don't.
I like butter on bagels.
Yeah,
Oh, I
butter
thought you
can
meant
soften
butter
them
on
up.
your eggs. I was like, oh, that's gross too.
You
Jay.
cook your eggs in butter.
Ketchup.
Yeah, but that's different.
I love ketchup.
You're
on
not
eggs.
that's just gross.
I like ketchup on eggs, but for whatever reason, on a bagel, it sounds weird.
Yeah.
But I'll put salsa on.
It's
on,
just I love salsa
the eggs,
on everything.
scrambled eggs, and sausage, and hash browns and shit.
Put hot sauce on everything.
All right, so the last commercial we have was from 2000, and I had to put it on here because I know
Christine
I
said
think this
it's
is
the best.
I think this is Christine's favorite
Yes.
one, and it is pretty funny. So we'll watch.
I'm ready.
Here's from 2000.
I've heard about
This man right here is my great grandfather. He's the first cat herder in our family.
Herding cats. Don't let anybody tell you it's easy.
Anybody can herd cattle. Holding together 10,000 half-wild short hairs, well, that's another thing altogether.
Being a cat herder is probably about the toughest thing I think I've ever done.
I got this one this morning, right here, and if you look at his face, it's just ripped to shreds, you know?
You see the movies, you hear the stories, I'm living a dream. Not everyone can do what we do.
I wouldn't do nothing else.
It ain't an easy job, but when you bring a herd into town and you ain't lost a one of them, ain't a feeling like it in the world.
EDS, managing the complexities of the digital economy.
What is that commercial even for?
That's the funniest commercial for some shit I don't even want.
What the hell is EDS? That's hilarious. Bringing a herd in when you
The
ain't
Erectile
lost a one of
Dysfunction
them.
Society. I've got no boner.
Just a random company that spent A lot of money to make a commercial like that,
A
right?
herding cats is funny as shit.
Oh my gosh. There ain't nothing like a feeling when you've been bringing in a herd of cats.
I think that's probably the funniest commercial.
That is
tonight,
Christine
honestly.
said it was the best one.
Yeah.
That's why she had to put it in there.
That was freaking hilarious.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. And I don't even know what it's for.
This is the thing. When you rate commercials, in any time that they do these whole like top 10 lists or top lists of commercials, it's always, to me, there's a balance. If it's a good commercial versus, an entertaining commercial versus an effective commercial. So there are some commercials that everybody hates, but they're effective because they're memorable. Then there's the ones that are funny, but they're not. It's not helpful if they don't know what the fuck it's for.
Like that. Hilarious.
Like
don't know what EDS is.
Is it something? Why do they even have to advertise? I don't know, because I don't know what they do. And then you have stuff that's,
like Taco Bell.
Yeah, I mean, a good commercial to me is one that's not only funny. Like, where's the beef? Anyone who saw those, you know what it's for.
Right.
You know it's a Wendy's commercial. There was no question about that.
Yeah.
That's a good commercial because you remember it forever and you remember the product that it's for.
Yeah.
The Noid. People who hated that fucking thing, and because it was obnoxious, but it was a great ad campaign.
What was it?
The Noid. He was for Domino's Pizza.
Yeah.
What was it? Explain it. What
he was
was
this
it?
character. He's this little douchey little character he was a claymation character. He was called the Noid. You ever get annoyed?
Oh. Annoyed. Ha ha ha.
He was the Noid, and when you call pizza places and they're morons,
you get
annoyed.
annoyed.
So Christine says EDS is a conglomerate of HP, Hewlett Packard.
Huh. Well.
Okay.
They were herding cats, apparently.
Also, I don't. That's like you said. There was a Xerox commercial. Like, why the fuck is there Xerox commercials? There's sometimes I see the commercials for stuff that I don't know why there's a commercial for it.
If you need it, you need it. If
That was the Noid.
Some of these things, I feel like they're just.
know who he is.
If you're in the industry, you know about it, you care about it,
Right,
whatever.
right.
And how you get your information about it is generally not from a commercial.
That's like
TV,
most of the
but I don't know.
products we deal with in our job.
Right.
There's
Same.
no commercial.
There's no commercial.
Same.
Because if you need it, you know you need it and you find it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, think about it though. I mean,
Oh, Christine's going to do a list of, Joey highlighted it, the scariest commercials of the decades. I think that
that'd be kind of fun.
Smokey the Bear one was.
I need a little bit
one.
more time though,
That was
because
terrifying.
between my job and everything, it takes a long time to drop these videos down to where we could use
Oh,
them.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
he's got
I need a little bit more time.
That's
that was the
okay.
hard part. So
Yeah, that was tough.
So we'll have to plan it out a little bit in advance.
Well, Christine can still send it to you and you can
and
just.
we can just
Or
do
she could
this.
send it to you, and you could do it.
I don't have it on his phone. I have to
Oh,
put it
fair
onto
enough.
his phone because his phone has to get to the computer. I told him I would.
Oh, I would if I could, but I can't. So,
I would if I could. I can for the next one though because I
You
am
can do it.
taken care of now. My worries for the week are done.
Nice.
Check. And I actually have a whole week off, so I absolutely can do it.
Why are we doing it next week? We're not here next week.
No, not
by the
next
way,
week.
we're not going to have a
The
show
week
next
after.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we won't be here.
We will be here. We will be in Vegas.
Birds from a can.
Blech.
You don't want to do a remote from Vegas?
Not really.
We're at the IDF conference. We're just working with EDS here and some security shits, and it's going to be great. We're herding cats and
We're herding
drinking and
cats.
fucking looking at titties and gambling money. Woo! Nothing like an industry convention.
Actually, Thursday. Oh, no, that's Wednesday.
Love and trade shows. It's a trade show, right?
Yeah, it's a trade show.
Nice.
Christine, we could do that one
I
per
will
decade.
actually.
I like that.
I'll take pictures of the crazy. They'll have the robot dog things there.
Oh, yeah, that's always fun.
Oh, the robot
I'll
dogs
take
are
pictures.
there.
Dude, they're terrifying.
They're cool.
No,
They're cool.
they're not.
You don't like Global
What?
Dynamics?
That's who does it.
Boston
Most of
Dynamics.
it.
I
Boston
know.
Dynamics.
I don't like it. It terrifies me because all I see is little guns on that motherfucker, and
Did
somebody.
you see him last year when you were there?
Yes, they're terrifying. That's when I was like, I gotta go. This is some Terminator shit. I gotta leave.
It's cool.
I'm gonna take Gladys to go see them. I don't wanna
Robots.
freak her
Robot
out.
doggies.
It's fun.
Terrible.
It's fun
I
to
think
see
it's
it.
cool.
Terrifying.
Pretty cool.
No.
Are they running security?
Yeah.
Or they're just walking around looking at shit?
They're, no, it's
So a lot of
usually
people,
like the
so a lot of
sales
people will
guy
get them and
walks.
they'll patrol properties.
Yeah, they're sentries.
Yeah.
It makes
Good
sense.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
They got cameras built
I'm
in. They
good.
got sensors built in.
That's it.
Ah.
They're just a little bit different than a camera on the wall, being
They're
that
just
if
motion.
they see something, they can actually follow it as opposed to just, oops, it's out of frame. Well, I don't know where he went. Hopefully, he didn't do anything bad.
yeah, I'm good.
I think they're great.
Christine says, if I'm herding cats, you better make sure I'm not drinking hooch.
We might go together.
Kind of have to
Yeah.
be drinking hooch to be
Right.
herding
I
cats.
heard cats every day.
I love it.
That was a good commercial. That was fun.
That was hilarious. That was super funny.
Well, Christine, we have to thank you for the content because that was a lot of fun.
Yes.
I just wish I would have got more from the 70s on there.
She said she was just cracking up watching these. She was like, I was dying.
Yeah, some of them were great. Some of them were funny.
No, I'm bummed you didn't put the Mountain Dew one on there.
It wasn't that good. Like it didn't even, I don't know.
It's Mountain Dew.
I know. But it wasn't
delicious.
It was nothing like you
We
would
should
imagine.
do.
Oh God.
Hi.
Don't forget, Reese's Pieces did a commercial with ET.
We should do like top 10 candies, top 10 sodas, top 10 whatever. The very first commercial they came out with, right? So like top 10 products, very first commercial they came out with, as opposed to like what their commercials are now, and see how much they've changed. Like Budweiser, that frog one is iconic, but then you have Bud Light with Mrs.
Bud Light's different than Budweiser.
Same company.
It's not the same company.
It is.
They've got different teams sponsoring different
They
cars.
clearly have different teams.
And they figured it out. They got Shane Gillis now.
They figured it out pretty quick.
Yeah, they got different teams.
Get a guy with a dick that admits it.
But right, wouldn't that be funny to do like what they originally started with?
Yeah, I guess we're good.
I don't know. I don't think there's that many.
Thrilled.
I don't think not thrilled. There's not
Christine.
that many companies that have made that sort of left turn. Or
Well, no, but
No,
that's
I don't
what
think
would be-
she's saying not necessarily for the left turn.
like
just to
do
see-
their
for the start. That's what I'm
original,
saying.
like Coca-Cola.
How much have they changed?
Right.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's that many that have done that.
No, but it'd be neat just to watch it. Like
No, it
California
wouldn't.
Raisins.
It
What are
wouldn't.
their
It
new?
wouldn't
Fuck you, Jack.
I'm sorry. Antagony. See, this is and remember the last time Jack was on? It was so fun.
It's so fun. Remember we
happened?
talked about commercials.
Lindsay drowned him. Yeah, she poisoned his food, and he's dead now.
He's
So.
not allowed on any.
Remember those chocolates he was eating? They might have been laced with something.
Oh,
It was
what a-
Coca-Cola, the original.
I'm tired, so I'm
Yeah,
a little contrarian.
I'll
so.
play that one, Christine, for Lindsay, but she's gonna kind of give that look like she just drank a glass of whiskey when she watches that commercial.
No, it's gonna be great.
What one? What one?
The Mountain Dew one.
Oh, okay, play it.
I don't have it on.
See,
Do it now.
Do their very first commercial and
Do
then
it
do their
now.
commercial today. See, Christine agrees.
Get to the chopper.
Oh, it's an episode.
Two Jack voices.
Do what?
Jack do Jack voices.
Jack has voices in his head.
We got to do another scene from the hat soon.
My scenes from the hat are going to be commercials from when they.
Really?
Just doing a puppet show. That's all. Just a puppet show.
I mean, me and Jack can do another one.
I think
like it.
I think it should be Joey, and I, and then you guys
I
give
think
us the
it should be
topics.
Joey. Oh,
We need to switch it up,
Sweaty balls.
like every couple months.
Yeah.
You guys do one, then Joey and I do one,
banana hammocks.
and then you guys go. Really?
You don't know shit about banana.
Maybe we don't want to
I
do this,
do
Joey.
not know anything about banana hammocks. Tell me about them. How are they? Are they supportive?
I never worn a banana hammock.
Now I'm scared.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't know if you want me.
Do panties count?
No, it's not the same.
Okay. Then no, I've never worn.
Those are like tidy whities. Those are no.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends on what kind you're wearing. That's right.
That's right. Found it, brother.
Nailed it.
No, banana hammocks are definitely more like elephant tusks.
Yeah, beanbags.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
definitely
You got the-
definitely different.
Why are we talking about this?
Because she said banana hammocks.
I know, but
Sorry, you said
Everybody
scenes
loves
from
talking
the
you have to
hat.
indulge her in the conversation.
It's not
It's
my
Jack.
fault. It's not my fault.
That's why me and Jack are great together.
It's not my.
Joey, maybe we don't want to do the scenes in the hat.
No, I'm-
We're gonna get screwed.
Granny panties.
I'll take a rain check.
I'll take a rain check.
Why not a banana hammock?
Why not? I mean, tell me about them. How do you feel?
I know. Granty.
We yay,
panties.
we nay.
Never liked that. That's sort of an alliteration, but it's not. Granny panties. Granty
I mean,
panties.
grannies wear
or granny panties.
too.
Grantee.
You have to pronounce one of them incorrect for the alliteration to work. Welcome to my nightmare.
Do what?
I was gonna say.
Granny panties
Yeah.
sort of has a feel of an alliteration, but it's not because granty, panty, or granny, panty.
Oh,
You have to
I got
mispronounce
you. You
one.
Oh, I
can't
see
do
what you're saying.
granny panties.
This is the kind of shit that keeps me up at night.
I'm sorry.
Who fucking cares? Nobody but me. Nobody
It
in
doesn't
my
matter,
brain's
but
going like,
why
why
does
is
that
it
make
like that?
sense?
Why do people say
Have
that?
you-
Nobody's bothered by that. Nobody's
Okay.
bothered by that.
You won't. Have you
Yes.
said a word?
That was directed.
Because I know your brain isn't like that, Jax. Me and Jax are.
You're not
Have you
damaged
said a word so many times
that
where
it
it
starts
means
losing meaning?
nothing?
Yes, I know. All the time. You can repeat a word enough where it stops. It doesn't
nothing.
mean anything.
Like
anymore.
what the fuck am I even saying? What does it even mean?
Potatoes.
And then you're thinking about a potato and what a potato does and how you can cook a potato and how many times you can have a
that when
potato.
I
And
was a
then
kid.
it's
I
nothing.
used to think about that, like pajamas. Whoever came up with the name pajama, what the fuck?
No, it's not the same. That's the difference
if you
of
say
a
it
word.
enough, if you
If
say
you
it enough,
say a word
it
enough,
stops
it
losing
literally means something.
It's a manifestation that happens. You can feel it happening in your
Yes.
brain. That the meaning of it just goes away, and you're just
Nothing.
making noise. It doesn't mean shit anymore.
Nope.
It's different than going. That's an odd word.
No.
I know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying,
Jack
but I
knows what
also
I'm
know
saying.
exactly what she's saying,
All right,
where it just starts to vaporize from existence. It's like that. What the fuck am I saying? It just
Doesn't mean
loses its
anything.
meaning. Yeah.
What am I
Joey?
even talking about?
Joey, whose side are you on here? Which way does your brain go?
With words? Well,
If you say a word,
yeah. Well, my word that I hate is both.
it's not the same. If you say a word enough times, does it still mean something?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah,
know.
he doesn't know.
No, because
it's okay. It's not a bad
hold
thing.
on.
As soon as I said it to Jack, he was like, "Yep, I know."
Yeah, but hold on. Are you guys just sitting there repeating words
Yes.
constantly?
Yes.
Yes,
Why?
like because we're stupid, because we're idiots. Like rolling a dice or playing jacks. It's just a repetitive motion, and the more you do it, like if you stab yourself with a pencil enough, it
Right.
stops hurting.
It doesn't hurt.
Why would you do that? I don't know. I started and I just kept doing it. So the word thing, you just keep saying the word, and it doesn't necessarily start as like super repetitive. You just be
No,
like,
it's like a
like
conversation.
Chucks.
Chuck. Like it's a conversation and you're talking about a mouse, whatever. Sure, a mouse. Okay, a mouse. And now you're thinking, okay, a mouse is like a real mouse. And then no, a mouse can be a computer mouse. And
And
then
it
you're
just
still
starts
talking
losing
about a
its
mouse. And then you're like, what the fuck is a mouse even? What is it? What is
mouse.
Like it's just nothing.
Mouse. Give me a mouse.
That
Get a
means
mouse. Get a
nothing.
mouse. Where's a mouse at? What's a mouse?
Yeah, you don't know, Jack.
Yeah, I
they
don't
don't
have
know.
that.
No, I know it's cool.
No.
It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's why you're
No, I'm
somewhat
okay.
grounded.
That's why you're the
No,
other
I know.
side of what I
Fucking
am.
right. I don't wish it on anybody.
Yeah, I'm
No,
okay with
it's
not having that.
awful.
It's an incredible waste of time.
It truly. And you just get sucked into it, and then you're just in there, and then it just.
But you're
means
entertained
nothing,
with
and
the
then
moment.
you
You're like, oh, that's funny. And
Is
it's
that
like,
why
oh,
sometimes when I look at you, you're kind of staring
Yes.
off out into nowhere?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
There's the
There's
vacancy.
a whole lot. That
There's a lot of vacancies
Yeah.
sometimes.
There's a
happens.
lot that goes on up here. Like you don't even know the whole bucket of weird.
Yeah.
Do you remember yesterday
No.
when I was walking?
I tend to, yeah.
When I was
Emphatically, no,
walking
I
through the
don't.
kitchen.
Yeah.
And I'm like rambling to myself, having this whole conversation.
Oh yeah, when you were pacing around the
Yep,
kitchen,
yep,
yeah,
yep,
I'm just
yep,
watching.
yep,
I was
yep.
going to start recording you.
No, that is what goes on in my brain all the time.
I know. I know the crazy. I live with it. So
What's funny though is it's it's a strange thing because it's generally women who are overly or who are have an overly developed masculine sense and men who have an overly developed feminine sense.
Okay.
So I was raised by women. I was raised around women. I've always got along better with girls than I have with boys. Girls who got along better with boys, you know, my wife's the same too. There's a particular kind of crazy or kind of person that you become. And I think it has a lot to do with that. I don't know which comes first, chicken or the egg, if you have to be that type of person first to manifest all that stuff, or because you have those things, you become a person. Yeah. I don't know how it works, but I know that over the years when I've met other people that are like me, they're few and far between, but generally they have sort of that same thing, that overly developed,
One or the other
feminine
side.
overly sensitive, emotional, like I can cry over the dumbest shit. I understand that like Bill Burr male, like toughness. I don't cry kind of bullshit, but it's not who I am. I can fake it, but it's not who I am. I love to cry. I'm
like you'll sit
uber
there
bitch.
and we're good.
But to the degree that like I'd be embarrassing to my wife. She's like, okay.
She's like, really?
Settle down.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, no.
Interesting. It is. I think there's probably a psychological study behind that.
I'm sure that there's some evidence to it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some evidence to it, but the problem is a lot of that evidence is put together by people who don't have a fucking clue what we're talking about.
That's true.
They don't
So
get
if
it.
you don't deal with the nuts that we are,
You don't get to.
I don't want to hear what you have to say about it.
You're not going to even understand it. So it's
That's
not
how I've
going to
always
matter.
felt about people and their medications. It's like, if you haven't been in my head, don't tell me what to take to make it feel better.
Right.
You've ever had a headache? No, but take this medicine. Fuck you.
Yeah.
No, the science is behind it. It says it works.
Really good. It's going to be really good.
Suck it.
Interesting.
No, it's a whole lot of. I'm glad Jack gets it.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I literally had that this week, so I try not to get.
It's been a while since I did that.
Just means nothing. Like, and then it's just nothing. Like,
Oh,
it's a thing, but it's nothing.
The one I always look for is I look for people who play the symmetry game, whether it's a walking game or eating or like eating even numbers, or eating on both sides of your mouth, or
Counting.
touching things. So it's on the OCD level, but it's not full blown OCD. I've never had full blown OCD, but I have a lot of these.
It's like tendencies.
Idiosyncrasies.
Like I'm not one of those ones where I have to touch the door 8 times before I can lock it, or
nothing that specific.
but I am very like it all has to line up. It all has to equal. It all has to.
I used to have bags of M&Ms or Skittles and stuff. I would separate them to even
separate them all together.
But we're doing even
you have to eat them in 2s. You can't mess them up. Yeah.
Look at what's left in the bowl.
Because they're they're even. Absolutely. And Keith laughs at me all the time. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "My numbers are off."
Now, the odd ones I bit in half.
Yes, you have to break them into 2. See?
All right,
I
think that's another show we're going to do here soon.
Welcome to Holy Shit! What's wrong with
the
you?
Psychology of Jack and Lindsay. I like that one. So,
Lord help us. You want to know what I would be interested to see?
What?
Since me and Jack are on that same line of crazy, are you and Amanda? Because you married us.
He says Amanda's
a lot like she is in having that overly developed masculine sense.
Yeah.
But Amanda is also sort of an anomaly because she grew up with so many siblings and she was the oldest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she kind of got forced into a parental role.
Motherly,
But so I don't know how to describe all of her crazy.
But
I know that her crazy works for me.
I wonder if they're similar in that way.
I don't know.
You know.
I really don't know. I think that you and her are similar in many ways.
Yeah.
But she's very different than pretty much anybody that I know.
Yeah.
So
she's amazing.
But I like her a lot. And she balances me out.
I like her a lot.
I hate when she leaves town. It makes me sad.
Well, especially when she's out with rattlesnakes and random things.
Well, I just hate that I can't always go with her. So not that I want to leave town, but I just
not when it's freezing.
I met her.
Now you're good. It's not 2 degrees out there anymore.
Right. No, it would be fun to do a show where we let our people, have a chance to share how nuts you all are.
Yeah,
because everybody's crazy in their own special ways. Everybody's got their things. We
That'd
do
be
some
fun.
full-on exposés of all the issues we have.
That'll be a 3-hour show. That'll be a Rumble exclusive. So
I'd be willing to do it. I could explain all to you the walking game.
There you go.
Yeah,
all right, guys.
you
That's
don't need
gonna
it. It's a
that's
whole
gonna do
bucket
it
of
for us
weird.
tonight. Don't forget, we won't be here next week. But if you are joining us for the first time, please go like, share, and subscribe. No.
Womp womp.
Did you know what I was going to ask?
No, but
Usually you're pretty good at that.
It doesn't
I thought you were
matter.
gonna-
It's the
well,
thought.
I bet you I did.
It's the
What was I
thought that
gonna
counts.
Are we gonna put something on for next week?
Yeah,
Yes, exactly. No.
No.
So no show next week. We'll be back the week after. Don't
You do
forget,
that
guys,
all
if
the
you're
time.
watching us for the first time, please go like, share, and subscribe. Go check out our sponsor at projectwhynow.com.
Hopefully we'll come back with goodies.
Hopefully we come back with goodies and Lindsay's going to
Fingers
spill. And
Everyone's invited to my
anyway,
house.
Christine, thanks so much for the content. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
See you.